with a ribeye to my name. Got the grill slow smoking, playing the game. Low and slow, that's the way to steer.
I had a video reach out to me and say, Meaty-B. He didn't call me Meaty-B, he called me by my name. But anyway, he said, Meaty-B, that steak looks so good, but I don't have an Instant Pot. I'm bummed. Well, I got good news for you, nephew. It's not that hard to do, even without an Instant Pot. Comes out almost the same. It's just tiny bit less moist. And you do need to either have an instant read thermometer or a probe thermometer that you could leave in. And just to prove how simple it is, I'm going to be doing this in a toaster oven. I'm not even going to be using a legit oven. So I got my steaks seasoned. They're on the rack. I got my thermometer ready. I'm going to put foil on the bottom of my oven to catch the drippings. You could also use a water bath, which generates steam and will help keep the steak a little more moist. And other than that, you're just going to need a tablespoon of oil, 2 tablespoons of butter, and then optionally you could use 2 crushed cloves of garlic, 2 sprigs of thyme, or 2 sprigs of rosemary, or both. You're going to pop them in the oven, preheated to 275. Bake them 20 degrees below your desired doneness. I'm shooting for medium rare, so I'm going to be baking these for about 30 minutes, and that should bring the temperature to 110. And then after that, it's just a matter of getting color on the steaks. You could throw them on the barbecue, or finish them in a stainless steel pan or a cast iron skillet, which is what I'll be doing today. So I'll get these in the oven, and we'll be back. The oven's warm and the steaks are going in. You can season your steaks and leave them in the fridge on a tray for up to 6 hours, but you do want to take them out 20 to 30 minutes before you plan on cooking. You want the steaks to be room temperature for this technique. It helps retain the moisture. So these are going to go in for about 30 minutes. I'm going to start checking the temp at 20. I'm shooting for medium rare. If you want medium, it'll take about 35 minutes. Medium well will take about 40 minutes, and well done will take about 45 minutes using this technique. So I'll see you back in about a half hour. I got a tablespoon of oil heating up in my skillet over medium-high heat, pretty high heat. I'm going to let the oil just almost start to smoke. I'll be doing 1 steak in the pan and 1 steak on the barbecue. I'm a little sad about it. I'm a big dumb animal, and I accidentally put the wrong probes into my steaks. So the steaks that were in the oven weren't being monitored, and the 2 that were still in the block were. And I was like, why is this taking so long? Why has it only gone up a couple degrees? Because it's hot out today, and I was looking at the temperature of the ambient temperature, not the oven temperature. So they were like 135. They're gonna be close to medium well probably. That's fine for my mom, that's how she likes it, but it's not my preference. So the oil is starting to wrinkle. I'm gonna add my butter, get that melted down, and I'll add my steak. I said time and time again, we eat our mistakes. It's still gonna be a delicious steak. It's just not gonna be the way I like it, or my ideal way to have it. I'm not gonna bother with the thyme or rosemary. I have that in the seasoning already. But unlike my other video, I will spoon the butter over because I don't know. I just feel like it. To my food, I do what I want. So let me get that a little hotter. I like to let the butter brown a tiny bit. I think it adds more flavor. There we go. Steaks in. This does have, I'm not making a pan sauce, so there is a bit less fat to cook the meat. So it is a good idea to kind of spoon some over the top once you flip it. I'll let this go for 90 seconds and we'll be back. Okay, it's been about 90 seconds. Let's have a look. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna flip it over to the top side of the pan. And I'm gonna use something to grab the handle. Because it is gonna be hot. And I'm gonna just tip the pan a little bit. It's a little tricky with the camera here. And then I'm going to just kind of spoon the hot fat over the meat. This will be the side that's up. And it's just going to give it a lot more color. It's going to be glistening and shiny and beautiful. And yeah, a big part of enjoying a meal is the appearance. If the food looks good, you know, if it don't look appetizing, for a lot of people it won't taste appetizing. Doing this method also helps to get color on all the edges. I trim my meat pretty lean, but especially if you leave fat on the perimeter, doing this is going to help some of that fat render, and it's going to get nice and crispy. We're not big fat eaters around here, but I do know people that enjoy eating fat. They just, like, they'll have a steak and there's nothing left after except the bone. I wish I had that kind of metabolism, but I mean, fat tastes pretty good. That's why people buy prime meat. But how long have I been jabbering? Well over 90 seconds. So this is done, guys. Look at that. No need to spoon it on both sides. It's just going to overcook your steak. And we'll move on to the barbecue one. I've let my barbecue heat up to 500 degrees. I've sprayed my steak with a little avocado oil because, like I said, I trimmed off most of the fat. I'm going to place this on the hot grill, pretty side down, and let it go for about a minute. Okay, so put that down, cover it up, and we'll see you in a minute. Been 1 minute. We're gonna have a look. The steak is looking nice. It cooked a little bit on both sides. That side's perfect. So we're not going to cover it again this time because the steak's already medium well at least, and we don't want to bake it. And this side's only going to need 30-45 seconds. So we'll let it go. It's not going to have that restaurant cross hatching because it just cooks too quick. You can also spray the steak with avocado oil and throw it in the broiler for about a minute each side. at 500 degrees or higher, you know, whatever the broiler on your oven goes to. So yeah, it's been about 30 seconds. We're gonna have a look. A little bit more. We'll let it go the full minute uncovered. That's looking pretty nice. I like seeing fire. Okay, thank you for watching, and hope you watch some more of my videos. I'm having a lot of fun doing them, and I hope you enjoy watching them.
His favorite beer. Pull it off the grill, now it's time to sear. High heat hit and let the crust appear. Slice it open, pink and tender, sincere. Raise a toast to reverse sear and a beer.